Hello everyone, Elspeth here, and welcome back to Force of Nature. So this is a very delayed wrap up to the how to get started videos for this game. And I'm just going to go through real quick and kind of show you what you can get to and some of the stuff that you'll be able to make once you advance a little bit further through some of the quests and complete a few more things within the game to kind of open everything up and gain access to it. Now, you'll notice this looks very different than what we had before. That is because I just went ahead and started up a new world it's basically creative, which it doesn't give you unlimited resources. What it gives you is access. So everything is unlocked, but you'll see I still have to actually go out and gather the resources to make it. So it's not really what I would think of as true creative mode where you can make whatever you want. It's a little bit more limited than that. So for those of you who don't want to be cheating in your game, it's really not. Not really, because you do still have to put in the work and gather the resources to be able to make everything. So pretty standard. I've got all my little crafting stations set up around here. I've got a couple of cows that I've tamed. And this is just, if you have the traps in your hand, it will show you what you can use them on. Cows, sheep, goats, pigs, chickens, roosters. So you want to kind of line that green bar up with the animal. Yep. And you have to be pretty close. I suck at this, by the way. Maybe it won't let me because that's already tamed. See if we can go find a wild one. But I really do suck at using the traps. I go through so very many of them before I actually have one work for me. Rabbits, you can't trap, you can't do anything with them. They're just there. They just run around. But let's go see if we might be able to find an animal. Oh, well, that's an animal, just not one we can tame. And you'll see I've got the loincloth and cloak. Gives you a little bit of armor, and then I also have a better sword. Oh, there's a chicken over there. Let's just, let's get rid of these goblins here real quick. Chicken and a rooster. Perfect. They can demonstrate the traps here just as soon as we clear the area. There we go. That takes care of everybody in the immediate vicinity. Let's go see if we can get ourselves a chicken. So you throw it, and I don't know what the ratio is of the number of times that it breaks to the number of times that it will actually work. But I'm going to have to go kill another goblin. When it does work, get it? Nope. When it does work, instead of just automatically collapsing, it will kind of form a cage over the top of the animal. And then you have to run up to them and push the space bar to get the option to tame them. And once they've been tamed, you can have them follow you home. Oh, of course, there it works. So see, spacebar, tame, follow me, hide, myself alive here real quick, and then we'll take the rooster home. And every animal that you get is going to give you something different. So you see here, the rooster is going to follow me very slowly. Come on. There we go. That's better. Come on, buddy. Let's go home now. I can find the way home. Super easy to kind of get really lost. Oh, there he comes over the hill. It's kind of funny to watch them try to keep up with you. But that is the animal taming process. So you would tame them and then take them home with you. Since I built this nice big palisade to protect the animals, we're going to take him inside the palisade walls before letting him go, basically. Oh, there's a goblin over there I'm going to have to go deal with. So let's, come on, little friend. Come on, in here. In here. There we go. Hit spacebar again, select him, and tell him to just wait there. I don't have anything on me to feed him at the moment, so he's going to go hungry. We're going to close the gate, and then we're going to go take care of the goblin because we don't want them near our base. There we go. Now, the other thing that I want to show you guys, and of course, remember, you always have to hit the space bar to get any of these options to interact with anything. But here is a portal. Now, these are really useful for a couple of different reasons. Again, space bar. You can see I've named this one Home, and I have it set to start the game from the portal, which means that instead of spawning over there by the water's edge, like you normally do, instead I spawn on this portal. So if you build your base a bit further away from the water's edge, this is a really great way to actually spawn back into the center of your base. The other great thing, I'll hit the map real quick. You can see it has a radius on it, which is basically like you don't want them to overlap. They should kind of be close to the edges of one another. So let's go to Polaris over there. So now I can teleport over to the next portal. Here I am. So this is a really good way to kind of quickly get from one part of the map to the other. Especially when you've explored things close to your base and now you're looking for those slightly rarer objects, things like the gems that you'll have to find and so on. That's when those portals are really going to come in handy. And then, of course, also when you've harvested a lot of the resources near your base, you're going to have to go farther afield. So you can just kind of keep building those portals and you'll be able to jump along, kind of hopscotching along around the island to get to where you need to go without having to, actually walk. Now, I'm going to hop over here really quickly. We're not going to stay at this other location long because I don't have enough stamina on me to survive here. Now, you'll see this looks a little different. It is. Bad guys over there that I want to stay away from. I don't know for sure how strong they are. But over here, you can see kind of all this pink stuff here. This is a very different area. This is kind of the area where you're going to find some of those gem chips. Ooh. He's an odd little one. I haven't tried fighting those guys yet. Kind of wanted to have a little bit more armor before I did that. But when you're over here, your stamina is going to start dropping. And by dropping, I mean plummeting. You can see my stamina is just going down just from doing nothing. I could stand here and not move, and I would lose stamina. But there are a couple cool things over here aside from the gems. This is one of them. These are sugar canes. So you can harvest those, be able to actually make sugar. I'm going to try and have a couple of drinks here and then get back to drink a couple things of coffee, get some stamina, and scurry back to our portal. And we're going to go home. Home where it's safe. So just be careful when you go into areas like that. Make sure that you have like a lot of coffee drinks with you because you're going to run through your stamina really quickly. So let's see what else. I have started doing a little bit of decorating. If you go into decorations, and this is where you'll find things like the palisades. So I did, all the way down here, strong palisade. That one has a structure strength of 250, so to protect your area, they're going to have to get through that 250 strength before they can break through the palisade. These forged fences, these are even stronger, but they do require iron or copper ingots. So something to keep in mind for those. And then, of course, the gates as well. Let's see what else. I've got the road, basically. It improves your movement speed, so that's really convenient. If you have a lot of extra stone, you can make that up. And then, you know, you can do a lot of just kind of different little things. There's a trash can, some street lamps, flowers, all sorts of stuff like that you can make. And they're decorations, so not all of them really do anything, like the scarecrow. He's not going to do anything for you. It's just a decoration. So be careful about that. Think about whether or not you can afford to spend the resources on it. And then, of course, you'll get to the point where you can build all of these larger structures as well. So, and you'll notice, like when I'm on the stone here, I can run much faster than when I'm not. So that is pretty darn convenient. Got our little tailor bench in here. You're going to have to gather a lot of resources because a lot of things have to be built inside buildings. Like the tailor's table, that shelf there, which is actually, this functions as a good sized storage unit. So you're going to want to think about the amount of resources necessary to start actually building these larger homes, kind of. My craft table I moved in here, a small chest. I could put another small chest here. Probably wouldn't really want to put anything here, otherwise I wouldn't be able to walk. Maybe a shelf would be narrow enough. But before I build too much more, I'm going to have to build either another hovel or trying to go larger, a brick house, which I have nowhere near the resources for. So just kind of think about that. You know, when you want to build some of these things, like it'll say here, it can only be placed indoors. Well, then you're going to have to think about not only the resources for the item you want to build, but the resources for a structure to place it in. So something else to keep in mind. But that's going to do it for today. Just kind of a quick little wrap up here. If you're enjoying the game, that is terrific. If not, that's terrific too. Not every game is really for everybody. This is kind of a fun little mix of crafting and fighting, I think. So I think it kind of has a little bit of something for everyone. But if it's not for you, you know, that's all right. Hopefully something else will be. If you have enjoyed these videos, if you found them helpful, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.